In today's Final Touch, we have the perfect gift for the person who has everything.
The first cargo-carrying robot marketed directly to consumers is now on sale this holiday season. Gita the robot is a two-wheeled rover that can follow you around like a dog. It can be turned on and off with the push of a button. Piaggio, the Italian maker of the Vespa scooter, is offering this 50-pound robot for sale. It's named the Gita after the Italian word for a short, pleasurable excursion. The robots, which look kind of like on wheels, can carry up to 20 pounds and locks on the person using cameras and sensors. You don't need a phone or GPS or anything. The price, $3,250.
Ooh,
so Gita's not cheap.
No, that's
follows you around. Here's my shopping list, Susan.
Yeah, okay.
That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.
Right now at 5, Madison police are looking for suspects involved in a shootout last night when a woman whose apartment was hit by gunfire is saying tonight.
An investigation is underway at Sun Prairie High School after a student wore blackface at a girls' basketball game.
Plus, wintry weather could impact your Thanksgiving travel plans. We'll tell you what you can expect before you hit the road.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with News 3 Now. Wintry weather may impact drivers who are traveling for Thanksgiving.
Let's get a look at the weather right away. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio where it's a nice evening right now. Gary?
Yeah, it's been a quiet day today, even a few light rain showers over parts of our viewing area. But if you have travel plans to the north and west, that's the area you really have to watch out for. Winter storm warnings are in effect from northwestern Iowa through southern and eastern Minnesota and the northwestern third of Wisconsin, including Eau Claire, Minneapolis, up toward Rhinelander and Wausau. Winter weather advisories are in effect north and west of Green Bay. Winter storm watches are in effect for parts of eastern Minnesota for a snowfall that'll probably be 6 inches or more in a narrow band right about through the Twin Cities and Eau Claire. We've moved that back just a bit to the north and west. So across our viewing area, it's mainly areas north and west of the Dells that might see an inch or two of snow accumulation. Elsewhere, it'll be mainly rain with maybe a rain-snow mix toward the end. Winds will also be a problem, too, because we could see some wind gusts over 40 miles an hour on Wednesday. On high-resolution Doppler radar, most of the showers are moving off to the east after a mild day. Here in Madison, we topped out at 50 degrees. Current temperatures are in the middle 40s, and by tomorrow morning, we'll be down to around 30 degrees. The rain will arrive late tomorrow afternoon. The winds will pick up tomorrow night into Wednesday. I'll have more details in weather, as well as a look at another storm system for the end of the holiday weekend.
All right, we'll check back in a little while. Thank you, Gary. Our weather app will keep you up to date ahead of the Thanksgiving weekend travel. It features hourly forecasts as well as first alert traffic that will help get you and your family to your destination safely. You can download it for free in your app store.
A hunter found human remains Saturday afternoon in a wooded area. This was in Adams County. The Wisconsin Department of Justice is saying law enforcement responded to the scene in Friendship and confirmed that those remains are human. Multiple agencies, along with the Adams County Medical Examiner, are investigating. Police are still looking for the people who got into a shootout last night on Madison's east side, leaving behind about 36 shell casings near an apartment complex.
Our Amy Reed joins us there live to explain what we know so far. Amy?
The good news is there are no reported injuries, but bullets did go through the sides of these apartments where we're told a lot of kids live. Now residents are hoping police can find the people responsible and do it soon.
We don't got nothing to do with this. Why were we targeted? You know, like, why did this have to happen?
Denise Fowler is still trying to grasp what happened here last night. As she was getting ready for bed, she went to close a window when the shots started.
I just fell to the floor and crawled to my baby room, and I pulled her out the bed and I just got over her, and then we just went into the bathroom.
Of all the spots shot in her apartment complex, there was one bullet that hit her 3-year-old daughter's room, just feet below her head. Other places, apartment maintenance was still checking this morning. Police took pictures of the holes left, trying to find a pattern.
But at this point, we're really just starting in terms of trying to figure out who was shooting and why they were shooting at each other.
Police said 36 shell casings were found around the complex in 2 piles, indicating at least 2 people were shooting at each other. Right now, they don't know if this is connected to other incidents around Madison. For Fowler, who left her last apartment in the city to get away from violence, this is just another blow to her sense of safety, even in a complex so full of kids. But police say they aren't called here often, and this isn't an indication of a bad neighborhood.
There's no rhyme or reason to when bullets start flying. It's where people run into each other, encounter one another, and a lot of times now, instead of resolving things in a peaceful way or even with a fist fight or something like that, it's people pulling guns and shooting at each other.
He's confident police will work this until it's solved and people are in custody. Fowler can't wait.
I just hope like these people do their job. They find out whoever did this, because it's not fair. We shouldn't have to go through this.
As police are looking at this, they welcome any help that you can give, especially if you have video of this area off Cottage Grove Road, a couple blocks east of Stoughton Road. If that sounds like you, give Madison Crime Stoppers a call. We have that information on our website.
All right, Amy, thank you. The Sun Prairie Area School District is investigating a student who wore blackface to a girls' basketball game. The district said the student attended the game on Saturday. The student was not wearing blackface when he entered, but apparently applied it during the game to his entire face and then posted a photo of himself wearing it on social media. He removed the paint after his peers intervened. The district says that it, quote, prohibits anything deemed to be disruptive, provocative, or intimidating during the school day or at school events, including identity obstructive masks, full face paint, and any materials worn over the face. The district continues to investigate.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office is looking for information about a missing man. 44-year-old Christopher Arndt was last seen at his home on Hagen Road in Albion around 9 last night. He's described as 5 foot 10 inches tall and about 165 pounds. If you have any information, please call the Dane County Communications Center. The number is 608-255-2345. 3 men have been arrested in connection with an August Beltline shooting. Police say 24-year-old Sorrell Gilmore, 20-year-old Taiwan Reynolds, and 22-year-old Terrence Moore III were arrested for their alleged involvement in the shooting. On August 16th, police received multiple reports of seeing someone inside an SUV firing at a car on the Beltline during the morning rush hour. All 3 men are facing multiple charges, including suspicion of recklessly endangering safety. Wisconsin is heading into December with more fatal police shootings than all of last year. Data collected by the Wisconsin Professional Police Association shows police shot and killed 16 people this year. There were 13 fatal police shootings last year. Of the 28 fatal and non-fatal police shootings so far this year, 26 involved an armed suspect. Wisconsin is one of 34 states that do not require officers to train in de-escalation, which many departments do not prioritize.
Those storms ahead of Thanksgiving might impact your holiday travels.
AAA is predicting the highest amount of travelers over Thanksgiving weekend since they started tracking these numbers. Our Gabriella Becerra joins us from the Beltline with what drivers could expect on the roads heading into the holiday. Gabby?
In Wisconsin, more than 1.1 million people will be traveling for Thanksgiving weekend, and 1 million of those travelers will be driving. Now, the recommendation, whether you're driving or flying, is to leave yourself plenty of time and know your trip before you go. Trips could take up as much as 4 times as long when there's that much traffic on the road, and state troopers want travelers to hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
We recommend that if someone breaks down, that they stay with their vehicle. That's going to offer them some safety, safety from traffic. It's also going to offer them safety from any of the conditions that may exist.
While you're packing up the car, make sure you have the essentials with you, like a spare tire and a winter weather kit. Now, state troopers are recommending that you know alternative routes to your destination just in case weather or accidents make a predicament and prevent you from taking that road. 511, if you call that, they can give you information on that.
Very good advice. Gabriella Becerra reporting live. Gabriella, thank you.
A popular Wisconsin company is making a promise to bring more jobs to the Badger State. Molson Coors, previously Miller Coors, announced today it will be bringing hundreds of jobs to Milwaukee, but officials were not able to give a definite number of how many. Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett, along with Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, made that announcement today.
They chose Milwaukee. It's my hope that they pick every job and put it in the city of Milwaukee. But that was the number that we were given, hundreds of jobs, and we were happy with that, and I remain happy with that. And I'm optimistic as this works its way out, this is going to be a big win for our city and for our state.
Now, officials say most of the new jobs will be, quote, well-paying senior roles.
Governor Tony Evers has declared today Snowplow Driver Appreciation Day in Wisconsin. In a special proclamation, Governor Evers says county and other municipal snowplow operators across our state provide a vital public service. The governor urges citizens to exercise caution around snowplows, give them extra space on the roadways so they can get the job done safely.
The family of a Madison officer is giving back to her favorite organization. Sergeant Jess Fisher was a committed member of the Shop with a Cop event until she died by suicide last year. Jess's family wanted to show their support for law enforcement, so they raised $2,000 to be used during the event. The Dane County Shop with a Cop is a nonprofit organization that assists economically less fortunate children during the holiday season with officers through donations, going shopping with them and helping them purchase gifts.
But she just loved it. She just, her face just lit up when she knew she could start Shop with a Cop.
The Madison Shop with a Cop event will take place next month.
Well, if your family is looking for ways to give back this holiday season, or maybe you're planning ahead for your Giving Tuesday plans, there are some things to look out for before you donate. Arlia Linscheid is breaking it all down for us.
As we head into the holiday season, many of us are thinking about trying to give back to those in need.
I try to give as much as I can to the homeless.
Definitely want to do more for the kids.
Anything that has to do with breast cancer, being a survivor.
20% of charitable giving takes place during December, and last year, folks gave more than $292 billion to charity. But you might have some questions about which nonprofits or organizations you should be giving to. Well, tomorrow morning on News 3 Now this morning, we are sharing some easy tips to follow when it comes to picking out the best destination for your donations. We're also talking to local organizations that you can support this holiday season. Now, if you have a consumer question about a charity or a complaint about a different company, or maybe you're a victim of a recent scam, our Call for Action volunteers are holding a special evening call-in to help you out with that. They're going to be available after hours as you get home from work this coming Monday. We'll have live reports all evening helping to answer your questions. Again, that is happening Monday night from 5 until 7 p.m.
More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, a military dog is being honored today at the White House. We'll tell you the reason behind the high praise.
And then ahead at 6, how a grant is helping almost 200 Wisconsinites with disabilities.
And on Wall Street, the market soared to start this short week of trading. The Dow climbing 191 points. The Nasdaq adds 113. S&P 500 jumps 23. And we will be right back. Internal White House emails show an effort to justify the president's decision to withhold congressionally authorized money to help Ukraine's military after that decision was already made. In emails first obtained by the Washington Post, acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney asked the Office of Management and Budget for legal justification to withhold that aid in early August. That was after the president ordered the hold and after his phone call with Ukraine's president, in which he asked President Zelensky to investigate Joe Biden and his son Hunter. In a White House press briefing back in October, Mulvaney appeared to admit the money was held up in order to push Ukraine to launch the investigations.
Did he also mention to me in the past that the corruption related to the DNC server? Absolutely. No question about that. But that's it. And that's why we held up the money.
Congressional investigators have also obtained photographs, audio, and video recordings from an indicted associate of President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani.
The newest Democratic presidential candidate, Michael Bloomberg, made his first campaign stop in Norfolk, Virginia today, a place where he says he helped Democrats flip the state from red to blue. The billionaire purchased a record-breaking $34 million ad blitz as he jumps into a crowded race. Bloomberg was asked point blank about using his money to essentially buy the presidential race.
For years, I've been using my resources for the things that matter to me. I was lucky enough to build a successful company. It has been very successful, and I've used all of it to give back to help America.
The media mogul says he will not take campaign contributions, even though that means he won't qualify for the Democratic debates. He also says he'll skip Iowa and other early voting states and will supercharge his campaign into the lead up to Super Tuesday in March. The U.S. military dog that helped bring down ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was honored at the White House today.
President Trump presented Conan with a medal and plaque. Johnny Fernandez reports.
Conan emerged from the Oval Office, tail wagging. The Belgian Malinois and its U.S. Special Forces team had just been honored for taking down ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi in Syria last month. Conan got a plaque and a medal, along with some pats on the head and scratches behind the ears for a job well done.
Conan is a tough cookie, and nobody's going to mess with Conan.
The Pentagon says Conan chased al-Baghdadi into a dead-end tunnel where the ISIS leader detonated a suicide vest.
And this dog was there, suffered some injury. We were able to complete the raid without any American casualty.
Conan has since recovered and returned to active duty. The canine served about 4 years with the military and has logged 50 combat missions.
I said, what chance would a strong man have against Conan without the guns? What chance? And I guess the answer pretty much was none. He would have no chance.
President Trump has been looking to honor Conan since details of the dog's bravery emerged. He even tweeted this altered photo, calling Conan an American hero. Conan got all the attention at the White House because its Special Forces comrades don't allow themselves to be seen. Johnny Fernandez, CBS News, New York.
All right, time to get a look at your first alert weather before we all head to the roads this week. Here's your meteorologist, Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, this is the easiest part of the forecast, at least in the short term. We've had some very light rain showers that have moved through. Those are out over Lake Michigan. Those are moving away. We're looking for quiet weather for the rest of tonight and for much of the day tomorrow. But we have alert days in the forecast for tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. Tomorrow night will be windy with rain, maybe even a few thunderstorms. But the snow area will be mainly north of Wisconsin Dells, where an inch or two of snow may accumulate late tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning will be very windy with rain or a mix of rain and snow coming to an end, and then those winds could gust to 40 miles per hour or more, and that will have an impact on travel, especially if you're traveling through O'Hare Airport. Even though they're going to miss out on the snow, they're going to see winds perhaps as high as 50 or 60 miles per hour, and that could definitely affect air travel. On future track, at least in the short term, cloudy skies by early tomorrow morning. The rain will arrive late tomorrow afternoon. There might be a brief mix of snow on the northern end of the precipitation, but that will change over to mainly rain across much of southern Wisconsin as temperatures climb into the 40s by later tomorrow evening. Notice the rain-snow line back toward the La Crosse area. That's where the precipitation will mainly be in the form of snow, and the heavier accumulations will occur. Then by Wednesday, as the bulk of the precipitation lifts to the north, that's when the temperatures will start to cool down as the strong winds sweep in from the west, and those temperatures fall through the 30s during the afternoon hours. Now, as far as snowfall amounts, we've pushed them back. Areas north and west of the Dells might see an inch or two, maybe as much as 3 inches over toward Toma, and then the 3 to 6 inch amounts will be north and west of La Crosse, and heavier amounts over toward the Twin Cities and Eau Claire up into much of northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan, where lake effect snows will kick in. So if you're traveling in that direction, winter storm warnings are now in effect for the Twin Cities metro area, Eau Claire into Wausau and Rhinelander, and then winter storm watches into parts of the UP of Michigan, as well as far eastern portions of Minnesota. And then just on the southern fringe of this area, there are winter weather advisories, including La Crosse and areas north and west of Green Bay. Then those strong winds, as I mentioned, high wind watches are in effect for much of eastern Iowa and northern Illinois into parts of Indiana and Michigan. This is future track winds beginning early on Wednesday morning. These are sustained winds. You can see 30 to 40 mile per hour sustained winds with gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour, rotating just south of southern Wisconsin. The strongest winds across northern Illinois, those will slowly start to die down late in the day on Wednesday. Then we also have an alert day in the forecast for next Sunday for some light snow and windy conditions. Minor accumulations, my first guess is probably like in the 1 to 3 inch range, but with strong winds and blowing snow on a busy travel day, that could lead to problems. And there also could be a mix of precipitation, at least early on, as the precipitation reaches us Friday evening into Saturday morning. Then it'll change over to mainly rain during the day on Saturday, and then start switching over to snow on Sunday. Again, a prolonged period of light snow during the day on Sunday, along with strong winds, will lead to travel problems, and that'll be followed by colder weather. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. Pretty quiet around here right now. Skies are partly cloudy. The high today, 50 degrees, the low 28, but right now our temperature has dropped to 46 degrees, partly cloudy skies. The air is calm, so no wind chill to speak of. That's good news, at least for now. Forecast for tonight. Skies will become mostly cloudy as any evening showers east of Madison end. Low temperature dropping to 30. And for tomorrow, dry for much of the day, but look for a high of 45 and rain developing by late in the afternoon hours. And as we take a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, you can see Thanksgiving itself will be quiet, maybe a few flurries, but there could be the possibility for some freezing drizzle Thursday night into Friday morning, and then again that next storm system over next weekend, followed by colder weather as we head into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Highs upper 20s to around 30. Now, as we take a look at first alert traffic right now, the view on the Beltline over at Park Street, slow traffic in both directions. In fact, some stop and go traffic in the westbound direction. There is an accident that's being reported at Gammon Road in the Beltline, not causing any delays there, but you can see delays on the eastbound Beltline from around Monona Drive all the way back to almost Verona Road. Westbound, some delays around Fish Hatchery Road back toward John Nolan Drive. As far as travel times are concerned, right now it's 25 minutes on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 17 minutes going back in the westbound direction. Down to Janesville, 26 minutes from I-3990 from the Beltline southward, 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, and 18 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Alert traffic.
Thank you, Gary.
Still at a News 3 Now at 5, how one Packer is using his sack celebration to make a promise to a Packers equipment manager. Stay with us.
News 3.
A Packers player is sending some love to an equipment staff member's family after Zadarius Smith sacked Jimmy Garoppolo last night. You probably saw it. Smith lifted up his shirt and he had "We Love Eileen" written on his undershirt. Ben Brooker is an equipment manager for the Packers. Eileen is Ben's mom, who is currently battling cancer. Smith said he would show his support for Ben's family if he got a sack, and he kept that promise. The Packers, of course, fell to the Niners last night, falling to 8-3 on the season. They'll take on the New York Giants on Sunday. That was the highlight of the game last night for us, right?
I agree. That was really special. 2 Wisconsin football players are being recognized for being the best at their position. Zach Bond is a finalist for the Butkus Award, given to the best college linebacker in the country. And to no surprise, Jonathan Taylor is a finalist for the Doak Walker Award, which is given to the country's best college running back. The Badgers take on Minnesota on Saturday in the battle for Paul Bunyan's axe. The winner of that game will head to Indianapolis and will face Ohio State in the Big Ten Conference Championship game.
I think Taylor's got that award sewn up, don't you think?
I hope so.
Don't expect to see Tesla's Cybertruck on the roads for at least another year. The electric car maker already racking up the pre-orders, though. Elon Musk announced that as of Sunday, the all-electric version of a pickup truck had 200,000 orders. Cybertruck starts at just under $40,000, but Musk says most of the pre-orders are for the more expensive triple motor version. That's about 70 grand. Tesla, however, will have to work out some kinks before then. You may have seen the unveiling last week. Musk and his staff attempting to demonstrate the truck's durability, but its supposedly unbreakable windshield shattered when it was struck by a metal ball. Production on the Cybertruck doesn't start until 2021. Susan, I think I could see you in one of those
Tooling
things.
down the belt line,
Driving
sure.
into work, there you go. Pretty wild looking vehicle. All right, stay with us. We're going to have another check of the forecast in just a moment.
Mild and nice tonight.
Yeah, we hit 50 today. We're still in the middle 40s. Temperatures will start to cool off a little bit more. We actually had a weak cold front come through with those showers, but you can see the snowfall totals. We've pushed back to the north and west a bit, so it's mainly areas north of the Dells that'll see a couple of inches of accumulation. If you're traveling farther to the north and west through much of the northern half of Wisconsin, southeastern Minnesota, northwestern Iowa, there are winter storm warnings in effect for that area for perhaps 6 or more inches of snow and a lot of wind, too.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to pay attention to the forecast closely.
We'll have more updates in 30 minutes.